What's going on, people? It's me, TheRealMossi, with another Battlefield 3 review and tips video for you. This time we're going to take a quick look at the Jet's rocket pods. So let's get started. Alright, so the rocket pods fall into the vehicle weapon slot and you need 6,400 experience points to unlock them. And they're only available as an unlockable weapon for jets. But they're actually pretty similar, if not the same, as the default rockets you get with the attack helicopters. Let's get into the specifics. You can switch back and forth between the rocket pods and the jet's main cannon by pressing triangle on the PS3 or Y on the Xbox 360. Once selected, hold the fire button and the rockets will fire continuously. The jet's rocket pods contain a total of 14 rockets before you have to reload. Once you fired all 14 rockets, the rocket pods will reload automatically in about 3 seconds. If, however, you don't use up all 14 rockets, they will not reload automatically. You'll have to manually press the reload button. So if you use less than 14 rounds to finish off a target, make sure you hit the reload button so you'll be ready with full rocket pods for your next target. Using the rocket pods allows you to be a bit more versatile in jets. Rocket pods allow you to damage both land vehicles and aircrafts. They're like the jack of all trades. You should use them when going up against an enemy team that's good at both land and air warfare. You can use them in air-to-air combat. For example, if you're shooting at an enemy jet with your main cannons, you can switch over to the rocket pods while your main cannons are cooling down. The attack chopper's default rockets and the jet's rocket pods are pretty similar in the amount of damage they do to aircraft, although the jet's rocket pods are more accurate. And you will really notice this accuracy when shooting your rocket pods at ground targets, especially tanks. I'd say that the jet's rocket pods are noticeably more accurate than the chopper's default rockets when going up against ground targets. To get the best results from the rocket pods, approach the target from far and slow down as you get closer and closer to it. It takes about 4 seconds to empty all 14 rockets onto the target, so make sure you have at least 4 to 5 seconds facing the target when you approach it. Fire the pods in an optimal time window. You don't want to start firing too early and miss most of the shots due to the long distance, but you don't want to wait till you get too close either, because if you do, you won't be able to fire all 14 rocket pods into the target before you pass by it. How do you find this optimal window? Practice. I can't tell you a specific time frame because you'll be going at different speeds from one approach to the other. You'll have to develop a feel for it. So get into an empty server and practice shooting at idle tanks. This will not only improve your accuracy, but give you an idea of when to start firing the missiles. Practice approaching the target and get a feel for when you should start firing to deal the maximum amount of damage. Once you get the hang of it, you should be able to disable a tank in a single pass. Before I finish, I do have to give you a little bit of a warning. Post-patch, the jet's main cannons are not as powerful as they used to be. So if you've been having trouble taking out targets with your jet's main cannons before the patch, you'll have a much more difficult time post-patch. This means that you'll have to rely on the heat seekers more often. If you want to use a rocket pod, you'll have to give up those heat seekers. And that may make you a lot less effective against aircraft. But this is only if you've been having trouble using the jet's main cannons. So if you want to be effective in both land and air warfare using the rocket pods, you'll not only have to practice with the rocket pods, you'll have to practice using the jet's main cannons as well. Well, that's it, guys. Check out my Jet Tips for Noobs video if you want some tips on how to do well with the jet's main cannons. It's on screen right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more. Thanks again. I'm TheRealMossi. Tell your friends about me.